Vue.js is remarkably easy to start using. The easiest way to get started with it is to include Vue in a regular HTML file using its CDN, just like we'd include jQuery in a project. Just like that, we've added Vue to our site. Now let's create a div with the ID of shopping list where our Vue app will live. Inside, we can add an h1 saying, "Hi Vue." Right now, we haven't done anything with Vue just yet, so let's start using it. I'll create a new script tag under the Vue import. In here, we can create a new Vue instance and pass through a config object. Next, we'll need to tell the Vue instance where it should exist on the page. This is where that div we added earlier comes into play. We'll configure our Vue instance to use the shopping list ID we added earlier. Bada bing bada boom, Vue is now instantiated and we're ready to start using it. Let's display some Vue data on the page. We'll add a data property to our config object with a header property set to Vue is ready to party. The data property is where we can store data for our Vue instances to use. Don't worry too much about it now, we'll cover it in depth later. For now, let's get our header on the page using Vue's templating syntax, often called double mustache syntax. Ta-da! Our header is now on the page. One of the most exciting features of Vue is its reactivity system. Heck, that's probably what you're here for, so let's take a look at it. We can create an input field and use Vue's vModel directive to bind our header to the input to make sure the text in the input stays in sync with the header data. So when we change the input's value, we'll see our H1's content change instantly. Isn't that incredible? And it was so quick and easy to get going. Just imagine how tricky that would have been using vanilla JavaScript or even jQuery. We would have had to set up an event listener on the input and then update the heading every time the user types something. And that only takes care of one-way data binding. With Vue, the data is bound both ways. So if we update our data.header directly, we would see that updated on the screen too. To see that in action, let's assign our Vue instance to a variable and then use it in our console. How cool is that? And this is just a taste of the power that Vue provides us in such a simple, easy to use format. During this course, we'll explore everything Vue has to offer us while we build a shopping list app together. By the end of this course, you'll be ready to start using Vue in your own projects and tackle the other courses here at Vue School. Plus, you'll have a practical understanding of how to build an app with Vue. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive right into our next lesson and see how fast, easy, and fun it is to work with Vue.